What is up, my fellow demons and things that go bump in the night? I'm your host, Toxin. Since my last video, we discussed the eight-legged freaks. I thought we would continue with creatures that you see, around the house or, just out in the wilderness. And I'm talking, of course, of Anaconda.
If we help him, then he will help us get out of here alive. Get in the face! You're gonna get us all killed!
Directed by Louis. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm sorry. Writers Hans and Jim Cash, starring John Voight, J-Ho, Eric Schultz, and Ice Cube. So this is a movie I grew up watching. I just introduced it to my brothers, and they enjoyed it. Well, one of them enjoys it. So, and if you could hear them, they're in the room with me right now, so they're gonna be. That's just added bonus for today's video. But essentially, I believe they're in somewhere in South America, and it's a film crew. They're looking for an indigenous tribe that's down there. Nobody's been able to locate them, and of course, like any adventure, they run into different obstacles along the way. And they end up running into John Voight. He plays the bad guy in this film, and he's leading them because he is a big game hunter. So he's after the anacondas. And the thing with the anacondas in this jungle is they grow to add human size. They grow beyond belief. They're huge, and he's already been recognized for killing a good sized one, but there's bigger ones out there. So that is his goal, to go get these other anacondas. And he acts like he knows where the tribe is, and actually, the ending shows he was actually leading them the right path. So he was just taking them a long way around, and he misleads the crew so he can go get his prize, and a lot of crap happens along the way. Let me just say that it's an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
And how typical horror films. They kind of or anything to do with the creature. Usually, it's always the colored people who die first. Namely, African Americans. But in this one, they killed the Mexican first. Because the only African American in the film is Ice Cube. So they can't just kill that guy. The same reason they just can't kill J-Lo off. So a lot of things are happening. The ship gets sabotaged. John Voight's character ends up poisoning the main director, and people start dying off left and right, either by John Voight killing them so he can get to his anaconda, or basically the anaconda swallowing him whole. Yeah, he's literally squeezing the life out of him and swallowing him whole. But that doesn't make him dead though, right?
Yeah.
So John Voight winks when he gets upchucked by the anaconda, which is the biggest one in the film. Is that at the end, and I like how all of them were. Like every snake, they're all colorful in their own different ways, and the last main boss essentially is he was huge, and he had a bunch of red spots on him. So these snakes are very aggressive. They're hungry, and I mean a human is it seems like it's meat, and it seems like the right size meal for these snakes. And the only thing too, it doesn't really go into why these snakes grew to the size they were. Not until so I'm talking about the first one if you haven't gotten that. But the second one, which is I believe it's called The Hunt for the Blood Orchid, it goes into more depth on why they're that big, because anacondas grow all their life. They just keep growing until they die. So essentially in the second one, it says that there's this blood orchid down there that postpones life, or it's an immortality plant, a natural remedy that the earth provided for you to live forever. And that's why these snakes are so big, is because they keep on living, because they keep eating this plant. But anyway, talking about the first one, I really didn't care for the second one or the third one, to be honest. A lot of people don't know that there's 2 other ones besides this. The first one was the best. My grandmother showed it to me, so I'm showing it to my little brothers. They like it. Like I said, one of them liked it. The other one really didn't care for it. But it's good for a jump scare. It's good for laughs. It's it keeps you engaged the whole time. That's the main thing I like about it. And it gives you different facts about which jungle they're in and how the tribes and how they're affected by everything going on in the world. So yeah, so I believe we saw it on Netflix.
Yep.
So I recommend it highly. Go check it out. If you're into snakes, even if you're scared of snakes, go check it out. Just like arachnophobia, even if you're scared of spiders, go check it out. It's definitely a good movie. Good for laughs. Keeps you at the edge of your seat, and it definitely gets those little cold shivers up your spine, making you think that something's crawling on you. But again, I'm your host Toxin, coming at you all month long of October. Every single day we're uploading, guys. Here's day 2. Let's keep it rocking.